How do you unlearn panic?
It's fear. And I think it's always a programmed thing. And I think the way to unlearn anything is the only thing that works for me, because you're not going to change your neurological structure by wishing it. You're just not. These are neurotransmitters that are triggered, and it controls you. I'd say I'm just going to take a while. It can be days, weeks, months, years. I'm just going to watch myself when I do that behavior. And sooner or later, what happens is you'll go, look at me doing that. Why am I doing that? And I did this. I used to be an emotional eater back in my 20s or 30s. And nothing worked to help me until a Buddhist friend of mine said, just watch, just be aware, just watch your behavior. And sooner or later, I would watch myself go grab a bag of cookies and go, you know the end result of this. So what are you doing? And I would see that there was a time limit, you see. So if I was going to run around the house and panic because I couldn't get everything done, I had to go to town, there is a time limit associated with that for me. And so we get rushed because of the clock. I call it two sticks in a circle. So the panic can come, it's always fear that something's going to happen to us if we don't do it. Does that make sense?
It really does. And we're slaves to the clock. I love the two sticks in a circle reference because it highlights how ridiculous it really is.
Well, it is ridiculous, but it's necessary. We need structure. We got this earth is Capricorn. It's earth. You need structure, you need boundaries, you need ways of looking at behaviors and when things happen. I mean, that's an old thing. We know that time is so-called not real. Now, the masters, once you're out of this earthly existence, they see everything at once. You don't have time, so to speak. So when we talk about the day of declaration in Maitreya, that you're going to see him on television with some of the masters standing there, he'll talk about the history of humanity. You'll hear him in your own language, in your own voice. So those guys aren't worried that these evil forces are of commercialism or cosmic evil or time is keeping the day of declaration from happening, even though we thought it happened 20 years ago. They're not there because it's already happened. It's already happened in the spiritual realm that they live in. You see? So we're waiting for it to happen in the physical realm, but the event has to mediate from the spiritual realm to the mental, through the astral, and then to us.
That really explains the trickling down or the disseminating factor so that things that seem so urgent to us now throughout the scheme or the in a grander perspective are all in place as they should be.
Our free will is sacrosanct and it plays the biggest part in all of that. It really does. There are many, many people, especially in Africa, who know about Maitreya and the Day of Declaration, and they await that. There are many other people all over the world who believes that. As Maitreya has said, I've seen your heart and I know it's true. But you have to decide for yourself. The problem is the Day of Declaration, the people that are stuck in dogmas will call him the Antichrist or the this or the that. There'll be plenty of that, but they'll come around to it. The point is not to tell somebody this is who he is. Let them find out for themselves. Listen to him. That's your choice. But it's already happened. So I personally choose to live my life now as though that's happened. It's like I want to pull pieces out of the spiritual realm, that calm, that world peacefulness, that one earth, one soul, not one war, but one people. That's real.
That's so reassuring too.
It is reassuring because it's true, and you feel that in your heart. We are all one, but not our personalities. You need to have boundaries. I'm glad you feel for migrants, homeless people, but they can all come live in your house. You need boundaries. You need borders. You need walls. Now, in the future, there will be borders with the countries. Those aren't going to disappear, but people will flow and come and go because they know where they live, and there will be a peaceful world.
We just have to have the patience and not destroy each other before we get there.
Oh, we're not going to destroy each other. We're really not. You know, if so-called atomic bombs are set up, Space Brothers will stop that. They won't let that happen because it's not up to us to destroy this planet. You can't do it. We'll have to pay for that later on, that kind of intervention, but that will not be allowed to happen. They already did that with some of the stuff when Kim Jong Un years ago was sending up nuclear warheads. They kind of fizzled. So that's what you'll see. But the problem is the consciousness and the hate of mind, not the state of mind, but the hate of mind that would let that loose anyway.
The hate of mind. That's a powerful statement. And thank God for the beings that are more reasonable watching over us.
We all have that access, Linda. We do have that, but we can only reach it through the heart. And your free will is sacrosanct. That's why nobody has a right to tell you what to think or how to be. You know, when I say, grow a pair, put on your big girl panties, be strong, I'm doing that to encourage you that you have strength, people. You have strength. And that doesn't mean that you're interfering with somebody else's choice. That's your choice to be the powerful spiritual warrior. You have the right to do that, and it's the only way you're going to make it. It's the only way.